This feels nice. I can't really tell what's going on, but it feels it's very it's hard to tell what's up and down as far as are we going up or are we going down. There goes the loop. All right, we made it over the loop and we're dead. Welcome, ladies. Whoa, that was a lot farther than I thought it was gonna be. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan here with another episode of Planet Coaster, and I was looking through your comments for suggestions on what you guys wanted to see next. And one of the comments that really stood out to me was to build a completely upside down roller coaster. So that's what we're going to try to do here. We're going to try to build this roller coaster that is pretty much entirely upside down. Now, I think obviously I'm going to have to start right side up and then flip over at some point. We're going to try to pretty much do that as early as possible. I was debating on whether I want to just start really, really high or if I want to have a chain lift. And I think I'm going to have a chain lift because I want to actually try to get people to go on this ride. And I don't want them to have to walk up a huge staircase to get there. So, let's start off. Bear with me. I've only done 2 episodes of this, and I still haven't gotten a hang of all of the building controls yet, but I'm figuring it out as I go along. So bear with me as far as that goes if I'm doing anything that is not the most optimal way. It's just because I haven't gotten that familiar with it yet. So I guess the best thing to do is just start off with an incline on the chain lift. We'll get up to a good height. How's that looking? I think that's decently high enough. I do actually want to make this a rideable ride, if possible. I don't know if being upside down the whole time is going to make the fear go way up, or if they will actually be able to tolerate that. But if so, I want to try to make it so that people will go on it, because I think that'd be the coolest thing, is to actually see people riding it. So we're going to go ahead and level this off now into the start of a decline, and now gonna turn and go down. Thank you very much. And the next section is gonna continue to go down straight, as well as continue the turn. There we go. So now it's facing inside of the decline. What do you call it? The ramp, the drop. All right, so we'll let it go straight down for a little bit, but then, oh, this is actually gonna be difficult to figure out which side of this is actually the side that the rail, oh, okay, so, all right, I see it. So these rails, or these silvery bars, it looks like, are the top of the track. Okay, that's good to know, because both sides looked really similar for a second. I thought it was going to be kind of hard to figure out what's what. All right, so now can I curve it this way? All right, there we go. Keep this curve going just a little bit. So I guess what we're going to have here is kind of like an upside down hill. They're gonna go, rather than going over a hill, they're gonna be going under a hill and then be heading back upwards. This is turning into a really interesting idea. Oops. Let's see if we can get this to go back this way just a little bit. I wonder how many G's that's gonna be. That looks like it might be a little bit extreme, but I don't know. I don't know how much gravity is gonna be pulling here, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so now I figure we could, whoop, wrong way. We can let it start going straight a little bit. We did go up lower than the initial drop was, so the conservation of energy should let us get back up to this point, but that turn might affect it, I don't know. We'll let a little bit of a downward slope here. And now turning. So the question is, normally if you're on top of the track and if it's gonna turn around this way, you'd tilt the track in towards that turn, but what do you do when it's upside down? Do you put the force of gravity so that they're going directly outwards, or do you put the force of gravity so that it pulls them more sideways? Because if I turn the track like this, and if I turn it this way, I guess that makes more sense because it's gonna be keeping the force more straight on them, right? Because if I turn it into the turn, then the turning, the momentum is going to be pulling them to their side, which would be less comfortable. So I think it makes sense to go like this. Yeah, that looks like it makes sense to me. Doesn't it make sense to you? So we'll go ahead and continue this turnaround. Alright, so now if it starts getting some speed down here, I think we can start going back upwards again. We'll go ahead and straighten it back out a little bit right here. Now let's go ahead and turn it back in, but start decreasing. There we go, decreasing the drop a little bit so we can start getting it to go back up. Actually, I'm wondering if I can get it, after going through here, can I get it to curve kind of sideways-ish upside down through here? That'd be interesting. It seems like we're a little bit far away though for the most part, but we might be able to pull it off. I'm gonna give it a try. All right, so it looks like we might actually have to go back up and then curve it back around again, which could be kind of a fun change of direction here. So we'll go ahead and move this back this way, but then we have to angle it back this way to keep our gravity in line. This is really fun. I like thinking about how the gravity is going to affect the people, even though I don't really know if the game is really going to calculate it that much the way I'm thinking about it, but it's fun to at least try to put that into action here. I'm just a little bit worried that they might not be able to make it up here, but usually I'm wrong about that, and there's actually way more speed than I expect. All right, here we go. We're gonna go right around the drop here. That looks kind of cool. I wonder if we can actually go underneath it if we keep this trajectory. Yeah, we're gonna go right underneath, I think. All right, I like where this is going. Question is this gonna be too scary? All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. We got our first initial drop, then back up, which I'm hoping we're gonna make that. Remember, we're gonna be upside down underneath the track this entire time. Gonna go down and around, and then spiral down through here, and now we have to try to get back up to somewhere, I feel like. Maybe a corkscrew. I mean, a corkscrew on something that's supposed to be upside down. Technically, you're gonna be not upside down at one point, but I think that's fair. Or I've got an idea. How about we do a loop, but instead of being on the inside of the loop, you're actually gonna be on the outside of the loop, which will be something somewhat interesting for this kind of roller coaster. So, all right, so here comes the start of the loop. Let's see how it does here. Wait, that's not going the direction I expected it to go. Should be more like this. Go up a little bit more. That's weird, it keeps wanting to turn back outwards, but I keep wanting it to turn back inwards just a little bit. Oh, that's... Can this thing not do loops? Or do I have to do this? But if I do that, it's not gonna be an upside down loop. Because this is turning it, or rotating it when, or what does rotation do? See, it's doing the same exact thing. This is kind of weird. And this goes side to side. Yo, you know what? I'm gonna roll with that. I'm actually gonna make a sideways loop. Because it's not letting me turn it back this way for some reason, and I don't know why. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go... Can I go up a little bit more here, do you think? I think I can. Well, we're gonna start curving it this way. This is so counterintuitive. All right, there we go. We'll just go like that. And it's starting to curve back in though. Or is that what I want? This is really weird. All right, I think I might be getting somewhere with the loop. It's just for some reason at this orientation, all of the angles, there we go. All of the angles were completely counterintuitive as to what I was trying to get at. But this seems to be getting me on the right track. It seems like a really small loop now that I look at it. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Now this is starting to look more like a loop. All right, I think it's time for a test run to see if we can even get this far. Let's go ahead and get our testing done starting here and see what happens. Here comes the turn. All right, we're going upside down. All right, here we go, the upside down drop. And are we gonna make it up the first hill? No, well, we were actually kind of slow there, but we're making it. We're still upside down. This is awesome. This is actually working. This feels nice. I can't really tell what's going on, but it's it's hard to tell what's up and down as far as are we going up or are we going down? There goes the loop. All right, we made it over the loop and we're dead. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and watch it from here and see how it looks as far as the speed and stuff goes. All right, here it goes over the drop. We'll put it on real time. All right, and there it goes straight into the vertical drop, upside down hill. It just barely makes it up that into a nice slow curve. This is where it started picking up a lot of speed. All right, but it made it over up there pretty nice, and now it picks up a lot more speed here. This loop actually might be too small. I don't know, how much does it slow down? Not very much. I think we need to make the loop bigger. There it goes. All right, so I found this. We have our heat maps, and I put fear in. How about excitement? All right, looks like it's pretty exciting. Fear seems... I don't know if this is bad. Is fear good? Is fear a good thing? Do we want fear? I'm assuming green is the optimal level, but this isn't looking too good. It might just be because right here is where you actually turn upside down, and then everything's pretty much upside down from there on out. How about nausea? Not much different than fear. All right. I have a feeling nobody's gonna ride this ride. How about G, lateral G? Actually, it's not too bad. The lateral Gs aren't too bad. I'm wondering if vertical G is probably gonna be more. -10 and +10. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of negative Gs because you're gonna be pulling upwards because of your upside down orientation. So that's interesting. Forward G. Wow, we're really good with that. All right. I don't think anyone's gonna ride this except us, but I do want to complete it anyway. If the fear is that much going down this slow section here, it has to be because they're upside down. All right, well, time to make this loop bigger. Okay, so now we've built an even bigger loop, and now I'm curious to see how it looks with the speed here. So we're gonna go ahead and let the roller coaster run through its course here. And take a look at how it does with this loop. I wanted to, my goal here is to get it to slow down a bit at the top, so you're kind of, you get a chance to kind of feel actually being upright for a second before going upside down to your vertical G torture again. Here we go, slow down, oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought I wasn't gonna make it there for a second, but that seems to be perfect. All right, and there they die again. Yeah, I should probably finish this, shouldn't I? All right, so I'm curious, what's the next thing? So we have some cool spirals, we have a nice drop, we have an upside down loop. I'm actually curious if I can try that sideways thing that I was almost gonna do there. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Alright, so I've made some progress so far. We're almost at the end. So after the loop, it's going to be coming out underneath this track, and we're gonna go up sideways. So it's gonna be kind of like a sideways hill, and then you're gonna turn a little bit on the right side of the track here, but it's gonna quickly turn you upside down again, going down a spiral to another upside down hill, into another spiral, and now we've got to turn ourselves back upright in order to get back into the starting station. I'm gonna try to do it in a way that keeps the gravity relatively in line with the people. So they're gonna have some G-forces, some negative Gs, negative vertical Gs here, and that should equal out for a second. And then as it equals out, we're gonna turn them back in so that they'll have positive Gs. And these positive Gs will then turn them, back upright, I hope. Just like that. All right, now hopefully, where's the autocomplete? There we go. I feel like this needs to be a little bit better though. Can I modify the angle of just this? Yeah. Okay, so we have our roller coaster. This is the upside down roller coaster. So first, I want to do a third person view just to watch it go through. And then we'll go ahead and drive it first person and see what it looks like from the viewer's perspective. All right, here comes the first drop. Very slowly, there it goes. All right, upside down. Intense fear, it begins now, and it does not stop until the end of this ride. So, and I think it's just because people are afraid of being upside down on a standard above the track roller coaster, or at least a roller coaster that's supposed to be above the track. But it's going pretty well. We got our big loop here again, which should work, because it worked last time. All right, it goes up. It's gonna slow down just a little bit. Get over there. Get over there. All right, and now here comes the new stuff. I don't know how the speed management is over here yet. I haven't really tested it out. So it comes up over sideways, and then right back upside down around the spiral. Is it gonna make it up here? It should make it up. I hope so. Yep. Probably a little bit of too much speed here, but it's fine with me. I don't think anyone's gonna be riding this anyway. All right, and there you have it. We probably have some brakes going on over here, shouldn't we? But oh well. Okay, the upside down roller coaster is officially open for business, and I'm excited to see all the people that are totally gonna ride it. And why are they all stopped right at the entrance? Everyone just takes one look at it and then just turns around. Come on, guys, what's the matter with you all? They're like, oh no, oh heavens no. Look at this thing, I'm never gonna ride that. What's wrong with it? It's the coolest ride in the park. I mean, it's the only ride in the park, but it's the coolest ride in the park. Why did you want to go on? Just because it's upside down? Look, literally every single one of these people just takes one look at it and just like, oh no. Heavens no. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and for the finale of this video, first person view on the upside down roller coaster. Here we go, enjoy the ride. So this was a concept coaster, and the concept was upside down roller coaster. So I'm looking for other suggestions for other types of concepts to do. Upside down roller coaster was a really cool one, and I'm not really sure what other possibilities may even be at my disposal. I've heard mentions of things like trigger events, but I haven't actually looked into them yet, so I haven't fooled around with doing concepts around how terrain or objects could interact with roller coasters. So leave some suggestions on what kind of concepts for a roller coaster you guys would want to see, because last time I did mid-air collisions between two roller coasters to see if that was possible. So go ahead and check that video out if you haven't, but leave a like if you enjoyed the upside down ride. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time.